Hey guys, welcome back to Over the Coals. Got a good one for you today on Christmas Eve. We're going to smoke a beef brisket on the charcoal grill. I'm going to go over all the rub I'm going to use. I'm going to go over the mop we're going to make for the brisket, how long we're going to make the brisket, at what temperature. We're going to go through it all, guys. So stay tuned. Let's get started. Okay, we got the grill fired up. It's getting ready. Here's our brisket. This is a cut of a brisket. It's not a full brisket. We're just going to do a small one today. This is going to take 4 to 5 hours to fully smoke, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time, okay, before you're ready to eat. All right, first what we're going to do to get this ready is we're going to rub this down with some mustard, just some regular yellow mustard. This is going to help your rub stick to your brisket and adhere to it. Okay, just going to rub some mustard on there. This may look or sound gross, but trust me, you're going to want to do this. You don't have to use mustard. You can use honey. You can use honey mustard if you want. Anything that's kind of pasty like this that'll help that rub kind of stick to it and stay on there. This is all you're looking for. Just the mustard just gives it kind of a tangy taste too. Okay. Looks pretty good there. All right, now we're going to put our rub on. This is my rub for my brisket. It's very similar to the rub I use for my pork butt, just a few different things. I'll put it in the link below in the description. Okay, we're just going to put this on here like that. Rub that in there. Make sure you get all your sides. Okay, I'm gonna roll this thing up on the side. Now this top part, this white you're seeing here, is what's known as the fat cap. Okay, some people like to cut some of that off. I like to leave it on there. We're going to cook this thing with the fat side up. Your rub is probably not going to get through that fat to the top side of the meat, but we'll season it anyways. Get one more side here. Okay, we're gonna get some of this off the cutting board here, and that's all you do to get your brisket ready for the smoker. Got that nice rub on there. It's gonna give it some good color, some good crust. All right, I'm gonna go check on the grill, and should be about ready to put this thing on there. Okay, here's our grill set up. We got our coals here. Over here is gonna be our brisket. Okay, and then we have a water pan right underneath the meat. As this thing smokes, this water's going to rise up, go right into the meat, make it nice and moist. All right, this thing's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put this brisket on there. Okay, and like I said earlier, we're going to cook it with the fat side up. And it's going to stay like that the entire time. Got me a couple pieces of oak here. We're just going to throw right on top of the coals to get some smoke going. And we're going to shut our lid. All right, we're going to cook this thing nice and slow. You want your grill 225, 250. You don't want to go much higher than 250 or it's going to try to cook the outside too quick. Okay, we're going to cook this nice and slow. Like I said, this is probably a 4 to 5 pound brisket. It's going to take 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so we got it on. Now we're going to go make a mop to brush onto our brisket. Okay, now we're gonna make a mop for our brisket. Something we can baste the brisket in while it's on the smoker to keep it from drying out. Okay, we're gonna start out with 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. You don't have to use apple cider vinegar. You can use water, you can use beer. I like to drink my beer. I don't like to put it on my brisket, so I just like to use apple cider vinegar. Okay, and we're gonna start out with a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, and a tablespoon of brown sugar. And we're going to whisk this together. That's it. You're going to want to mop or baste that brisket every 30 to 45 minutes while it's on the smoker until it's done. All right, our brisket's been on there about 45 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and put some more of our mop on. We're gonna lightly brush this on. You're not painting a fence here, guys, so just lightly dab it on there. Okay, try not to press down super duper hard and push all your seasoning off. Once again, we're just going to dab this on there, keep this thing nice and juicy, keep it from drying out. Even get your sides too. All right, we're gonna close our lid and we'll be back in another 45 minutes. Okay, we're at the halfway point now. All right, once you get halfway, you're gonna wanna just turn this thing 180. Now have the other side facing the coals for the next 2 hours or so. Okay, we got about an hour and a half left. I stuck my thermometer in, I'm at about 165. You're gonna wanna be between 180 and 200 when this thing's completely done. So we're gonna wrap this thing in some foil, kind of speed up that process a little bit. Okay, we're gonna pull this out of here. You're gonna wanna get one of these if you don't already have one. If you're doing pork butts, briskets, any big chunk of meat, you're gonna wanna get one of these. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. We're gonna put a little bit of our stuff from earlier in there. We're not going to be able to get to it once we wrap it. You don't want to unwrap it, wrap it, unwrap it, unwrap it. You want to leave it wrapped. Keep that heat in there. Now you're going to wrap this up really tight. That's going to go back on for another hour and a half. All right, our brisket's at about 5.5 hours now. Our internal temp is about 195, right where you want to be. I'm going to cut this thing open for you guys, let you see just how tender and juicy this thing really is. Look at that, perfect brisket, nice smoke ring here, plenty of fat throughout it. You can see the juice just pouring out of it. That's exactly what you're looking for, guys, in your beef brisket. You can cut this as thin as you want. I like cutting them in thin slices, a little bit easier to eat, and you get more out of it. I think cuts like butter. Okay, there's your smoked brisket on the charcoal grill. I hope this was helpful for you guys that requested for me to smoke a brisket. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you guys next time when it's time to put something over those coals. Merry Christmas.